I've been looking into this for about 6 to 8 weeks. I'd been hearing things in the market that someone had taken a position in Tesla, and I was trying to piece it together. We finally got it stacked up. Yesterday, we went forward with our story, and then this whole chain of events started. But what we do know is that if you remember Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who is really overseeing the sovereign wealth fund and using it as his vehicle to diversify Saudi's economy off of oil reliance, and has been the guy kind of pioneering the attempts to list the Saudi Aramco, the state oil giant, and a whole series of other moves, including putting $45 billion in SoftBank's Envision Fund. He really took this investment and controlled it and steered it, and basically demanded that it happen sometime after his trip to the U.S. in March. We don't know exactly, but it looks like it was in the April, May, June period. JP Morgan Chase did the deal through secondary markets for the sovereign wealth fund, and it's somewhere between 4 and 5%. I just did not have the exact specific figure, so I felt it was better to provide a range to the readers of our story. And that's what happened. We put the story to Tesla, Elon Musk. We reported in our story that Elon Musk already was aware of the Saudi stake, so it wasn't a surprise to him. He knew they were a shareholder, as far as we know and can tell. But our reaction to the story was, the stock would probably go up. But then his reaction to come out with a tweet after not commenting when we went to him for comment before we published our story, that really just unleashed a chain of events we did not expect.
Arash, I want to hit on that point here. First of all, the nuance, this was a secondary market transaction, which means that this was not a fundraise by Tesla. They took the stake in the open market. They built up that stake. Also, this speaks to this idea that Elon Musk says he has funding secured for a possible buyout of the company. Is there an indication that it could be the Saudis or a group of other people out there who are going to pony up that kind of money for a consortium bid to take Tesla private?
It's possible. I mean, as CNBC and the FT have both reported, it looks like nobody on Wall Street was aware of this. So how do you do a mega LBO without Wall Street at least being aware? So that's a bit of a question that we're going to have to resolve in the coming days. But yes, the Saudis have discussed this according to one of our sources, discussed investing in Tesla since they made the big Uber investment in 2016. If you remember, they took a $3.5 billion stake in Uber, which was the first really big move by Mohammed bin Salman. It predated his move with the SoftBank. So they have been talking to Tesla and had Mr. Musk's attention for quite a bit of time. So what's been exactly discussed in those meetings, we don't know per se. But what I can tell you is when I reported the story yesterday, I had no indication or no reason to believe that the Saudis were talking about a bigger investment in Tesla or anything like that. I just knew they were sitting below the disclosure threshold, and they put it together in that April, May, June period. But whether there was any discussion about further funding, my sources did not indicate anything along those lines.